2025, God exposed me to me. He put all my business on Front Street. My disobedience to his word, my inconsistency, my immaturity as a Christian. Welcome to the Glow Up Collective. I'm Latana, and I created this channel for women, especially young women, to help develop a relationship with God. When you begin to develop a relationship with God and get really intimate with Him, no matter what age you are, your life will start to glow up in every area. I'm talking about finances, self-love, peace, joy, family, career. But you have to start with that one intimate relationship with God. Well, I'm back. If you're new here, I started this channel at the top of 2025. I was energetic. I was ready to go because I had a word from God and He told me to start this YouTube so I can tell my stories and help other women. What I didn't know was when He told me what to do, that didn't mean do it right away. That meant I need to be in my Bible. That meant I need to be prayed up because unbeknownst to me, warfare was going to come. And when I say it knocked me off of my seat, of my goals, it knocked me off. As soon as I started operating in my calling and recording my videos, I was getting attacked mentally and spiritually and even physically left and right. I started to get sick just out the blue. I'm never really sick person. Started to get sick out the blue. Couldn't record because I'm not feeling well. Then the mental attacks started coming. Am I sure that God told me to do this? Am I even qualified to do this? Nobody wants to listen to me. Nobody wants to hear what I have to say, which is a lie from the devil. But because I wasn't anchored, because I wasn't prayed up like I thought I was just swaying from left to right, left to right. And I believe at that moment when I stopped and took a break, God began to work with me. I felt like He was like, okay, enough is enough. We can't do this start and stop cycle no more. And a matter of fact, there's a couple of cycles that we have to stop. When I say 2025 was a tough year because it was a lot of lessons to be learned, but they weren't new lessons. They were cycles that I was in, financial cycles, self-love, um, my relationship with God, on and on. Just a lot of things that He had to break off of me last year. So it was tough, it was hard, but I'm here and I'm back and I'm ready to share. In 2025, God exposed me to me. He put all my business on Front Street. My disobedience to His word, my inconsistency, my immaturity as a Christian, my procrastination, the way that I wasn't a good steward over my finances. And He began to deal with me. In 2025, I felt like a hamster with 10 different wheels in front of me, and each wheel was a shortcoming: procrastination, finances, disobedience, immaturity as a Christian. And every wheel I had to get on until I broke it. And then I got on the next wheel until I broke it. And that's how God was working with me all 2025 so I could be my best in 2026. And although it was tough, I mean, I'm talking about almost losing my car, almost losing my apartment. Like, it was a lot of stuff we were dealing with last year. But in the midst of it all, I felt God. I felt God in a way that I have never ever felt Him before, and I felt Him as a father. Like, I've known Him to be a healer in my body, in my family's body. I've known Him to be a provider before, but I've never known Him to be a father, to feel the love that I felt, I remember when I was younger, I had to be like 3 or 4, and I was amazed, fascinated by the iron. And my mom always used to say, it's hot, don't touch it. It's hot, don't touch it. And I remember one day I touched it and it was hot and it burned my little hand. And I remember my mom coming, rinsing my hand off with cold water, and she said, "See, this is why I didn't want you to touch it, because you're going to get burnt. And every time you touch it, you're going to be burnt." But I remember the love. I remember, yes, I was hurt. Yes, it was painful, but I felt that love that made it better, made it a little better, made the pain go away a little bit, a little bit quicker. And that's how I felt all last year with God. Although I was going through all these different trials and tribulations, I felt his love. He always provided. We always had just enough last year to get us through. We weren't needing for anything. Now, what we wanted was a different problem, but what we needed, God provided the whole 2025. And when I say, although it was hard last year, I am so thankful that I get to know God in a father, in a loving. I felt God's love, when I tell you, strong. And then through the whole time, I'm a member of Pastor Hannah's New Life Southeast church based out of Chicago. And that man is powerful. You have to look him up, Pastor John Hannah. When I tell you everything I was going through, God was speaking to this pastor, and this pastor was telling me everything I needed to know: how to come out, how to pray, what to pray about. I am so thankful that I had both God's love and a pastor that was right on cue with everything I was going through and was ministering to me through the whole thing. Whether he knows it or not, I know he doesn't know that he was ministering to me, but I'm so thankful because that as well helped me get to 2025 and all the blessings that he has provided and rained down on me in 2026. Through it all last year, God continued to tell me, you have to start your channel. You have to tell your story. There's more stuff that I've been praying about that he's had on my heart that I have to do as well. But he was telling me, you have to get back. And although we are in the middle of 2026 and I'm just now getting back, because I was still working on myself, I was still praying. I'm not about to be like last year, okay? I wanted to make sure I was prayed up, prayered up, that I had everything I needed before I start. Because this time when I start, I'm not going to stop. And the fact that God has been raining blessings this whole year. When I tell you we're able to move into a beautiful area that I said it was too expensive to me for us, not in our budget. I would love to live in this area. But God said, why not? You're my daughter. And where are we at? In a brand new house in this beautiful area in Texas that I absolutely am amazed by, that I thank God for every day. And it's just been blessings after blessings. We were able to save money. We're able to get what we need. It's it's amazing. It's amazing what happens when you start listening to God, when you start getting that relationship with Him, when it's something you want to do. It's not a chore. It's not something that you check off on your list. No, I need to speak to my Father every morning, every evening. When I get pissed off, Lord, I need your help. I need your help. So it's been amazing to see his promises from last year. He told me that we were moving last year. He told me that I'm going to start my businesses that I want to and start filming. And he told me to go. It's a green light. I'm going to bless what you do. You just have to start. So I don't know if this video is more like a start now if you are battling with what God told you, the desires of your heart. But it's time to start that. It's time to go. One thing I realized is we all have callings on our lives. We all have gifts and talents. And if you're called, God is going to use you regardless if you want to or not. You either can walk with him or he's going to carry you kicking and screaming, but his will is going to be done because it cannot come back to him void. God is not a man. He cannot lie. So if he says the thing, that's it. Now, yes, there has been instances in the Bible where he changed his mind due to a plea. But when it comes to the will of your life and the calling and the impact that you have in this world, oh, it's going to get done. So you might as well form that relationship with him so you don't feel like you're blindsided, but you know what to look for and what to do when it's your time. If I can sum up 2025 in a Bible verse, it would be from Jeremiah 29, verse 11 out of the NIV version. It reads, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope in a future." One thing God showed me last year was how much he's in love with me and in love with all of his children. He really showed me that I am a beautiful creature that he created, that he only wants to see blossom. He only wants to see me prosper. He only wants to see me happy and full of joy and to praise his name. That's what I was created for. That's what everyone was created for, was to praise his name, to worship him, to give him glory. And in return, you can have the life you want to live. One thing I realized that we have heard plenty of times before is the world didn't give us this joy and the world can't take it away. And I know that now for a fact. The joy and the love that God gives you, no matter what problems you may face, if you have that joy, you have that love, you have that peace inside of you that comes from that relationship with your Father, with your Creator, nothing in this world can take it away, because that's something that money can't buy. That's something that someone cannot give you. That comes from God and God alone. Yes, 2025 was hard for me. Yes, I learned a lot of lessons. Yes, for a point, I was kicking and screaming until it clicked. But once it clicked, I am so happy that I came out of 2025 with a knowing. Now I know God. Now I know him as a father, as a protector, as a provider. I know that he has my best interest. I know that when he's telling me, you need to start this and you need to start it now, start it, because he has his hands on me. And I just know that by my obedience this year, it's going to be beautiful. Although last year was very hard for me, I came out of the year with a knowing of God, a knowing of his love and his peace and his joy, a knowing that he wants to see me prosper, a knowing that he has amazing things set out for me, but I have to start. I used to kind of coast when it came to me and my relationship with God. You know, I ask for something, he delivers. I'm in a tight bond, he delivers. But it was never a two-way street. It was always me pray, you send down, but never me do, you know? And this year, I know that I have to do in order to be blessed. And this is my way of doing. This is my way of being obedient to God and to God's will. Because at the end of the day, doing it my way has not did anything for me. Doing it my way has caused more problems than it has helped me. So in this new season of my life, which I call it the curiosity season of my life, I'm curious if I follow God's will, if I stay prayed up, if I worship, if I listen to him when he says go, go, when he says stop, stop, when he says move, move. I'm curious to see the life He curates for me. I'm curious to see the different things that he has in store, locked for me and waiting for me to start so he can unlock it and rain all the blessings that is stored up for me, because we all have blessings stored up. You just have to follow his will and his way. I am so excited for this new season of the Glow Up Collective. I am so excited for the things I have in store. So excited for the community that we're going to build. I am based in Houston and I want to start some in person things as well. So I'm just excited what God is doing in my life and in your life. And I can't wait for the testimonies. Until we meet again, please remember to keep glowing up.